Hi, I'm Mr. Pipsley and I'm glad to see you all here on this channel. If you're interested in hearing a story about zombies and how they took over the world, then you're in for a treat. But before I begin, I want to encourage you to like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. By doing so, you'll be able to stay up to date with all the latest content and never miss out on any exciting stories. So sit back, relax, and let's delve into the world of zombies. I promise it'll be a thrilling ride. Once upon a time, in a world overrun by zombies, two intergalactic entrepreneurs, AJ and Bud, were on a mission to create the ultimate zombie juice to sell to their customers. They had traveled to various locations, catching and harvesting different types of zombies and upgrading their equipment and abilities. One day, as they were on the hunt for a rare and powerful zombie, they stumbled upon a secret lab hidden deep in the woods. The lab was filled with strange machines and glowing vials of liquid, and as they looked around, they could sense that something wasn't right. Suddenly, they were ambushed by a group of zombies that were different from any they had encountered before. These zombies were faster, stronger, and more intelligent than any others they had seen. They fought off the zombies with their trusty harpoon guns and managed to escape, but not before they caught a glimpse of a shadowy figure watching them from the shadows. Determined to uncover the truth behind the lab and the mysterious big boss, who seemed to be controlling the zombies, AJ and Bud set out on a new mission. They gathered their resources and upgraded their equipment, ready to face off against the most dangerous and powerful zombies yet. Their journey took them to new locations, from abandoned cities to treacherous swamps. Each new area was filled with its own set of challenges and zombie types to catch. But AJ and Bud were not deterred. They were determined to catch the rarest and most powerful zombies to create the ultimate zombie juice. As they traveled deeper into the zombie-infested areas, they began to piece together the puzzle of the Big Boss's plan. They discovered that the Big Boss was actually an evil scientist who had been experimenting on the zombies, creating new and more powerful breeds. AJ and Bud knew that they had to put an end to the Big Boss's plans before it was too late. They tracked down the evil scientist to his secret lair, a hidden fortress deep in the mountains. The fortress was heavily guarded, with zombies patrolling every inch of the perimeter. But AJ and Bud had a plan. They used their upgraded equipment to distract the zombies and sneak their way inside. Once inside, they faced off against the Big Boss himself. He was a formidable opponent, with his own set of advanced technology and powerful weapons. But AJ and Bud were determined to save the world from his evil plans. In a fierce battle, they fought against the Big Boss and his army of zombies. It was a close call, but in the end, AJ and Bud emerged victorious. They had saved the world from the Big Boss's evil plans and created the ultimate zombie juice. As they traveled back to their own galaxy, AJ and Bud couldn't help but reflect on their incredible adventure. They had faced off against some of the most dangerous zombies in the world and had come out on top. They knew that they would always be ready for the next adventure, wherever it might take them. As they were traveling back, they decided to stop by a nearby planet to sell their ultimate zombie juice. The planet was known for its love of unique beverages, and they were sure that the locals would love their creation. When they arrived, they set up a stall in the market square and began offering samples of their zombie juice. The locals were hesitant at first, but soon they were clamoring for more. The juice was a huge hit, and AJ and Bud sold out in record time. As they were packing up their stall, a group of locals approached them. They were dressed in strange costumes and had colorful face paint on. "We heard about your amazing zombie juice," said their leader. "We're performers and we're putting on a show tonight. We were wondering if you could supply us with more of your juice to use in our act." AJ and Bud were delighted. They had never been asked to supply a performance before, and they were eager to see what the performers had in store. They agreed to supply the juice and followed the performers to their theater. The theater was unlike anything they had ever seen before. It was a huge dome-shaped structure with strange symbols etched into the walls. The performers were busy setting up their equipment, which included trapezes, fire dancers, and a giant mechanical dragon. AJ and Bud were amazed as they watched the performers rehearse. They had never seen anything like it before. The juice seemed to be a big hit with the performers, who were drinking it between acts and raving about its unique flavor. As the show began, AJ and Bud sat back and watched in awe. The performers were incredible, and the crowd was cheering and clapping with every act. The juice seemed to be having a magical effect on the performers, who were more energetic and daring than ever before. As the show reached its climax, The performers called AJ and Bud onto the stage. "We couldn't have done this without you," said their leader. "Your zombie juice is the secret ingredient that made this show a success." AJ and Bud were thrilled. They had never imagined that their juice could have such an impact. As they walked off stage, they were surrounded by performers and fans, all eager to try more of their amazing juice. As they left the planet, AJ and Bud couldn't help but feel proud of their adventure. They had not only saved the world from the Big Boss's evil plans, but had also brought joy and excitement to an entire planet with their ultimate zombie juice. They knew that there would be more adventures to come, and they were ready for whatever the galaxy had in store for them. With their upgraded equipment and their trusty harpoon guns, they were ready to face off against any challenge that came their way. As they traveled through space, AJ and Bud came across a distress signal from a nearby planet. Without hesitation, they set a course for the planet to investigate. When they arrived, they found that the planet was under attack by a horde of zombies. The locals were huddled in their homes, afraid to venture out into the streets. AJ and Bud knew that they had to act fast to save the planet from the zombie invasion. They loaded their harpoon guns with tranquilizer darts and set out into the streets. The zombies were everywhere, stumbling through the streets and attacking anything in their path. AJ and Bud were quickly surrounded, but they fought back with everything they had. They fired their harpoons at the zombies, taking them down one by one. As they fought, they noticed that some of the zombies were more powerful than others. These zombies were harder to catch and required more tranquilizer darts to take down. AJ and Bud knew that they needed to upgrade their equipment if they were going to catch the most powerful zombies. They set up a base of operations in one of the abandoned buildings and began gathering resources. They scavenged for materials and crafted new tools and weapons. They also trained their bodies, building up their strength and endurance to take on the toughest zombies. As they worked, they noticed that the zombies seemed to be getting stronger. They were no longer stumbling around mindlessly, but were moving with purpose and coordination. AJ and Bud knew that this could only mean one thing. The Big Boss was behind the zombie invasion. Determined to put an end to the Big Boss's plans once and for all, AJ and Bud set out to find the source of the zombie outbreak. They battled their way through the streets, taking down zombies and collecting clues. Finally, they discovered the entrance to an underground lab. They crept inside, weapons at the ready, and found themselves face to face with the Big Boss himself. The Big Boss was a towering figure, clad in a suit of armor that glinted in the dim light. He was surrounded by a group of zombie scientists who were busy working on a machine that looked like it could control the minds of the zombies. AJ and Bud knew that they had to act fast. They'd fired their harpoons at the Big Boss, but his armor was too strong. He laughed at them, taunting them for their weak attacks. But AJ and Bud were not ones to give up easily. They used all their skills and training to dodge the Big Boss's attacks and get close enough to him to strike. Finally, they managed to land a blow, and the Big Boss went down. The zombie scientists were quick to surrender, and AJ and Bud destroyed the mind control machine. They knew that the planet was safe once again, and they had saved the galaxy from the Big Boss's evil plans. As they left the planet, AJ and Bud knew that there would be more adventures to come. They had proven that they were a force to be reckoned with, and they were ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. With their upgraded equipment and their indomitable spirits, they were ready to take on the galaxy and become the greatest zombie catchers in the universe. Well, the story has come to an end. I'm sure you liked this story, and you will like it with pleasure. Also subscribe to our channel and be sure to leave your feedback in the comments under this video. See you in the next video.